Ghana's 69th independence celebration just got a legendary upgrade because while the world was busy celebrating the anniversary, Ghana's most decorated artist Sarkodie was busy making history in London. In fact, he didn't just show up, he completely shut down the iconic Royal Albert Hall with the first ever UK edition of Rapaholic. Yes, and we are talking about a sold-out crowd, surprise guest artists, and a moment that literally broke the internet. Now, if this is your first time, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Now, let's dive into that moment.
Guys, if you've enjoyed this video so far, please do me a huge favor and hit the like button and subscribe. These videos take quite a long time to make, so if you could help me out, I'll love you forever. Thank you all for your support. Now let's get back to this crazy story.
So for the first time in 13 years, Sarkodie decided to export his flagship show, Rapaholic, from Africa and outside. And the timing, the perfection, and the time that it meet was Ghana's Independence Day, which was the 6th of March.
Go to be faithful forever. The coast don't feel on the star.
And even the location that he chose. In fact, he selected the Royal Albert Hall, which is one of the most prestigious stages in the world. And Sarkodie became the first African rapper artist to sell it out. And the show was publicized to the extent that the British High Commissioner even backed the event, calling it a landmark moment for Ghanaian music globally. Now let's talk about the performances because the guest list was just awesome. So the show started with Sarkodie and Kweku Flick, with one of their biggest songs. He started when Sarkodie came on stage and man, it was amazing.
We have several tribes in Ghana, but tonight we have a few representing us. First, we have the Ashanti tribe. I said we have the Ashanti tribe. Where are my Ashantis in the house tonight? Me, myself, I'm representing my people, the God tribe. Where are my God people in here tonight? We also have the Northerners from the northern region of Ghana. On this significant day, is Ghanaian independence. 69 years of independence. If you're from Ghana, if you're proud to be from Ghana, put your hand in the air. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, this is Ghana!
Then came the biggest shock of the night. The review. Efia joined Sarkodie on stage. And the fans were stunned to see her reveal a baby bump, meaning that Efia Nocturnal is pregnant. Now, the next big performance was, UK's biggest rap giant, Stormzy and Heady. And they also stormed the stage performing the drill hit, Cry No More. And the energy in the room was electric. And there were also a number of Ghanaian stars, from Kitty to King Promise. Last mate, and these guys blown the show. Sarkodie also took a moment to pay homage to legendary Daddy Lumba by performing high life classics that had the whole diaspora singing aloud.
This is going to be a real song for the rest of my life. I lost somebody very close to my heart. I know it's close to you as well. And it's only right that today is Ghana independence. One person that represents Ghana. It's the one and only Ghana.
Now, the whole production was top tier, as Sarkodie even pulled a creative magic trick where he appeared to walk off stage and immediately show up on the venue's big screen in their outfit, bringing the gap between digital and live performance. And there, he also announced that his next show is going to be in the O2 Arena.
You guys are telling me I love the energy. It's a right out the top, but we need a bigger venue for next year. How about number 2? I don't think anyone's going to miss out on 2. Well, you guys are let's get to how about So it's official, 2027, March 6th, we are going to the O2. I want to thank you guys and the people that made this possible. I want to say it again, big shout to Alobia, big shout to Akaba, big shout to Kilimanjaro, Visual Entertainment, and the super flagship that makes me look good all the time, Trendy Real, God bless you. But imagine 2027 at the O2, and you hear this one.
Sarkodie was also given a citation for being one of the first Africans to sell out the venue. Plus, on the day of events, which was Ghana's independence, was also International Women's Day weekend. And so Sarkodie made sure that there was a strong female presence throughout the night, honoring the queens of the industry. So the show eventually ended with Sarkodie taking a bow and fans cheering with Ghana's flags. So from the sold out to the historic venue, Sarkodie has once again proven why he is the highest. He didn't just celebrate independence. In fact, he showed the world the power of Ghanaian excellence. What was your favorite moment? And for the Sark Nations watching, which song do you think was the performance of the night? Drop your comment in the comment section.